Killer cop mystery solved. Drew Peterson's wife's body found. Hey Evan, you might want to look at this. Oh, she was murdered in bed, and it's revealed that why he snapped it. Yeah, that's what I was telling you about. I got this magazine, Bombshell, included, that was at the shelves yesterday. Well, then let's open it. I know what we're gonna find. Oh, Jennifer Aniston, Bill Cosby, Tom Cruise. Yeah, like Jessica Alba and John Stamos. And, yeah, there's Matt LeBlanc walking towards the straight shutter of faking cancer. And there is the page. It's a cold case breakthrough. Stacy Peterson's body found by her sister. I know that's where he threw my sister. Well, it's been nearly a decade since Stacy Peterson disappeared. That's his watery grave. No one has been talking ever since Drew Peterson was sentenced to 38 years for killing his third wife, Kathleen Savio. He's just in trouble right now. I believe Savio's body was in a bathtub before going to Hillside for the Queen of Heaven cemetery. It's only using the Sonar technology. What a haunted nightmare in 07. It believed that he had ferocious fights before she died. No one could get the manslaughter behind the connection of the Chicago and Des Plaines rivers. That's where it had to be in the immediate future. Take a look at those newscasts.
Well, I'm talking to Drew Peterson, who has been living in the center of a media storm ever since his fourth wife, Stacy, disappeared a year ago.
We definitely looked forward with private investigators, but showing emotion. I've been a policeman for 32 years.
But this isn't about a case. This is about your wife.
It has to do with how you are, what you grow into. And being a policeman for 32 years, you're trained and you live life not showing emotion.
Do you think she will ever reappear?
I hope so. But nobody makes it easy for her to reappear. I mean, why would anybody want to come back to this hellstorm that's been created?
Well, you believe that she loved her children.
Very much.
So that's why she would want to come back. I mean,
I would hope so. If for nothing else, for the kids.
Do you have private detectives looking for her now?
Yes.
As we speak, you have people that you're paying to try and find her?
Correct.
What kind of efforts are they making, do you know?
Well, most of their efforts are done electronically, but again, my resources are very limited.
You probably can guess what I think.
Well, that could be an intimidation of a long period of time of a national headline. That could have been the sisters of Kale's family, too young to marry. I think Drew is now 64 years old. It's kind of desperate to see how we have missing persons dead, but no one can find the extensive bruises. Do you see that picture where Drew Peterson is captured? That's literally like a lie detector test. Unless somebody had to make one.
A huge setback for former Bolingbrook cop Drew Peterson. Testimony that could be damaging to his case. Peterson is awaiting trial in the murder of his third wife, Kathleen Savio. Today, a court ruled hearsay testimony, or words from the grave, from Savio can be used in the trial.
A state appellate court ruled today that prosecutors can introduce such statements into evidence at Peterson's upcoming trial. Among them, according to published reports, Stacy Peterson told her minister Peterson confessed to her about killing Kathleen Savio, and that Kathleen Savio reportedly sent a letter to her prosecutor saying Peterson would take away her children or kill her instead.
What happens if somebody came into a police officer and said, well, what happened to Stacy? You came up to a police officer saying, you didn't kill Kathleen. Marsha Clark already had done this. Well, only if this is not how we have to capture the most eminent law enforcement, not just to take care of their children.
More testimony as prosecutors at the Drew Peterson murder trial try for a second day to show the jury that the investigation into Kathleen Savio's death was botched.
Retired State Police Sergeant Patrick Collins admits he had never responded to a scene like the one he saw at the home of Kathleen Savio in 2004. Collins worked closely with other state police troopers investigating their case. They came to the conclusion that Savio drowned accidentally in her bathtub. Soon after, Collins conducted interviews with family members, including Drew Peterson and his new wife at the time, Stacy. Collins admits Peterson asked to sit in on Stacy's interview with police and even set up the chairs. Drew sat very closely to his wife with one arm around her and another on her knee. Collins recalls Drew Peterson even helped answer a question about what she made for breakfast. A very shaken and upset Stacy couldn't remember.
I didn't want to be here in the first place. Hunter is not even a Hoffman of Kathleen's own little body engagement. And not as Lenny. He doesn't want to mess things up in the bathtub. We always get our body nice and clean. Not dead people like Whitney Houston. Yeah, all tragic deaths are a series of unfortunate events. There goes the breakthrough. I wonder how much we got into that big graduate. Oh, please, don't tell me that high school graduate was 94 years old in World War II. It's 78 years later. Oh, wow, Brittany Murphy commits suicide. The Mickey Mouse Drug Club. Stupid Mickey Mouse clubhouses of Natalie Wood. Yeah, it's more like 40 years. Everything's going crazy. It's always boring. They're not even towards the nuclear war. No gossip, no allowed. No burning planes. None of that case closed of John Benet Ramsey murder. You see that gift that they're offering? Yeah. No one will want to miss those health hazards. And it's ridiculous. Oh well. No one's got the big cat scat of a cougar. You wanna hiss? You wanna hiss? That mountain lion comes afterwards. So yeah, that was it. That's not leadership. Neither was you. Well, I wonder if you could pay to a funeral when Stacy dies. We gotta go. Oh, you're off the plan, and we have Drew Peterson's wife. Oh, we'll get to Dan Abrams in a moment, Blue.